Guys, welcome back to my channel. Now, I have been exhibiting at the RHS Tatton Park Flower Show for the past 2 weeks or so, and in that time my balcony has had to endure a massive heat wave. In fact, it's been the hottest day on record here in England. So come with me as I take you on a little bit of a balcony tour. We're going to give the balcony garden a refresh with some of the plants from my exhibit, and hopefully by the end of this video we will have a beautiful balcony garden. Let's get straight into it. Wow, it's looking pretty brown for a start. Looks like my window boxes are pretty much over. Oof. Okay, it's not so bad. My Trachelospermum is not looking great. Look, we've got so much brown here, but they're still green, so I'm going to give this plant a really good water. The same goes for my Chevy Chase rose bush here. It is partly green, partly brown, but rescuable. My Black Eye Susans are really doing their thing. They've taken over this trellis. Look at that. Oh my god, look at my grapevine. Girl, where are you going? Ooh, cha, what a mess. Okay, so it is pretty bad, but I'm going to give everything a deep water, prune everything back, and then put in some of the new plants. I'm probably going to give it a couple of days, and hopefully it will all bounce back. Okay, so it's been 1 or 2 days. Do you want to try that again? Okay guys, it's been a month. It's been a month. It's been a long month. But the garden is looking a little bit better, so let me just show you how far the garden has come. It's looking a lot better. So remember the Trachelospermum? Now, I thought that plant was a goner. A lot of people probably would have thrown it away, but have a look at it now. Look at all of these brand new shoots all over. And it's not just here at the bottom, it's all the way across. So one of my tasks pretty soon is to work my way back and prune off all of these brown parts here. Probably just taking off the leaves, because look, there are some more shoots coming up. And that's not the only thing. Remember my roses? They were looking pretty awful, but both plants have come back to life. Let me show you those as well. This is the Chevy Chase, and just look at how much it has bounced back. Now, I'm still long overdue some pruning here, so I need to get rid of some of these flower heads, but the amount of new leaves and new branches it's making, I'm so happy with it. All the way across. Now this is the Hiawatha, and once again, look at this. Tons and tons and tons of new growth. These are the old leaves, but you know, there's still quite a bit of green on there. And then the Black Eyed Susans, still getting some colour up here. It's taking over everything, and it's now decided to climb over the arches as well. How awesome is that? Now I've got to admit, this damn hollyhock, it got eaten alive by aphids. So I'm just essentially collecting the seeds from this. Anyway, that's not what I wanted to show you. What I wanted to show you were my window boxes. So I've incorporated some petunias into the boxes, but they're largely pretty much the same. They've just been pruned back. The pond area is looking stunning at the moment. I mean, my canna lily is finally starting to get going, so I'm quite happy with that. I've got some more hollyhocks. These are again 2 years old. Hopefully these would do a lot better than the other one, but there's still no sign of any stalks, so I think I think this one might not actually flower this year. Now the pond is completely overrun with frog bits and water lettuce, and the lilies, just look at these lilies, they are fighting each other. It is a war zone. So much so you can barely see the fish. Hi guys. So remember, I normally have the feeding ring here, but no, absolutely not. It is just, everything is taken over. One of the things I'm super excited to show you is my black colocasia. I mean, look, so pretty. I do have a video on the care for these guys, but I'm going to do an updated video because I've noticed that it's actually struggling a little bit. And you may notice that it's growing in water. This has to be, I think, probably my favourite grass at the moment. It's miscanthus, and just look at the leaves. I'm a real sucker for dark foliage, but then just look at the flower head, so pretty. And what I've also done is then paired this grass with a salvia. So I'm getting the colours there from the salvias, the pink tone, matching the dark foliage. But I've also got some really tall lobelia here. And this is Starship lobelia. Now I've got my herb tower over here as well. It's doing really well. That's my Korean basil. It's insane. I've got some variegated mint in there still, some chives, oregano and thyme. But I won't lie, some of it has completely dried out. But actually, I've got some more chives coming through over here as well. Strawberries, they actually died a couple of months ago and they've now just started to bounce back again. My lettuce, completely gone. Completely gone. So I've got some chilies here. Oh my gosh, they're even still flowering. How awesome is that? More buds to come. But it is absolutely loaded. This cabbage here, it has stunted a little bit, so I need to fertilize this. But what I did want to show you is my tomato plant. It is unruly. So I believe that that's a beefsteak tomato, but it's had zero pruning on it. So I need to sort that out at some point this week. And then there's another one which is in the same scenario, but this one has got no fruit. Now the main issue with these tomatoes and with everything down this side of the garden is white flies. And let me show you some of the damage that the white flies do. So this is Nepeta, but just look at the discoloration on the leaves. And if we look underneath, we'll probably find some eggs here. Yeah. So what I really need to do is spray it. These leaves are never going to recover, so I could chop it back and it will regrow. my previous tour, I showed you my clematis and it was doing really, really well, but in the heat wave, poor thing died a death. But what I will say is I left it even though it was completely brown. But look at it now. Still completely brown. But look at this, new shoots all over, and that is beginning to climb up the arch. Ooh. I think this cucumber is just done. The whole plant is done, but it is massive. So there you have it. It's not picture perfect, but it's still looking pretty green, and considering we've just come off a second, or I think third heat wave, I'm pretty happy with how it's going. Anyway, how's your garden going? Let me know in the comments below, and hopefully I will speak to you all again very, very soon. Bye! As you guys suggested on the last balcony tour, I got rid of the greenhouse and I've got this little cute seating area. I hope this tour kind of shows you that things will bounce back, so if your garden's looking a hot mess, don't worry about it.